Hi everyone, this is Mr Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for tuning in to my latest video. The patient in this procedure attended with severely impacted dark earwax in both ears. Typically when the earwax is as dark as this, it means that the earwax has been in the ear for a very long time and it's oxidized. So when if you think about an apple or avocado, as you slice into it, if it's exposed to oxygen, it will brown. So normally you'd put that in some acids or some water with some lemon juice to stop the oxidation process. And this wax, as I said, it's severely impacted, and that's because the patient had been using a cotton bud, and this earwax is on the bony part of the ear canal, which is the inner 2/3. The outer part of the ear canal is made up of cartilage, which is semi-flexible. But the bony part of the ear canal, it's very sensitive, it's non-flexible, and if you do make direct contact with the bony part of the ear canal, it can be very uncomfortable for the patient. Because of the consistency of the earwax, it was a bit mushy. I've therefore installed some olive oil earwax drops, and whilst the drops is in the ear, I've gone back in with the Zollner suction probe, and I'm just trying to loosen this plug of impacted wax off the ear canal wall. You can see that I'm giving a little wriggle as well. Deeper into the ear canal, about 1/2 centimetre away from the eardrum, we have a narrowing called the isthmus, and quite often wax can get trapped within that and beyond that narrowing. So by giving it a little wriggle, we're trying to loosen it and break it free from that isthmus, that narrowing I refer to. It's just at the roof of the ear canal. Now, if you can spot it carefully, the ear canal has actually engulfed around this plug of wax, and that's just some edema, some swelling, because the patient had been using a cotton bud. It's caused some edema, some swelling, inflammation of the more lateral ear canal wall, the cartilage portion, and that's kind of engulfed itself and wrapped itself around this plug of wax. So that makes it even more tricky to release and bring forwards. I think in a moment I'm going to use an ear hook to see if that helps. So just trying to go to the roof. The wax is a bit too soft, so I'm bringing it forward, but it's just dissected through the wax. I did get a little piece off, a little segment. Although the ear hook didn't extract that wax out of the ear canal, it did reduce some of the compression. So this wax plug has just been getting bigger and bigger, it's expanding wider and wider, and just by removing a bit of wax with an ear hook like that, it can reduce the compression, the bulkiness of this plug of wax, which can help me then bring it forwards and out of the ear canal. So again, I'm just on the roof of the ear canal, just giving it a little jiggle there, you can see. And I'm going to bring this forwards like a ball. I'm going to try to roll it forwards now. So if just from the roof of the ear canal, I'm going to bring this plug of wax down and forwards and roll it forwards. Still really impacted, this plug. There we are. So just at the entrance now. We had to be a lot more gentle in this ear because the patient's ear was sore upon attending. That's the patient's eardrums, also known as the tympanic membrane. You can actually see where the cartilaginous portion and the bony part of the ear canal meet. You can see the difference in skin complexion. So the lighter skin complexion is the bony part of the ear canal. The skin here is a lot thinner. It's kind of like 0.1 millimeters in thickness, whereas the skin on the outer third of the ear canal, the cartilage portion, is a bit thicker. And it's probably got some melatonin there. The patient is of an African descent, so you can see the difference in skin complexion, and that difference is more or less where the cartilage part of the ear canal and the bony part of the ear canal meet. Just moved over to the patient's left ear. We are quite lateral near the entrance. We know that because we can see some of the hair strands. So the hair follicle should only be located on the outer third of the ear canal, the cartilaginous portion. And similarly to the patient's right, this wax is quite sticky, quite glutinous. So I've just installed some olive oil earwax drops, and whilst the drops is in the ear, I'm just trying to manipulate this wax off the canal wall, and you can see I'm just going to lift it away from, this is the posterior canal wall, so the back part. And again, you can see that there's a bit of swelling here, a bit of edema. the cartilage portion of the earwax has engulfed itself over the plug of wax, making it just a bit more tricky to remove. Once more, just gone in with the ear hook, just getting it as deep as I can into the main body, the main mass of this plug of wax, and slowly bringing it forwards. I think the plug of wax actually got most of this wax out in one go. And we're just at the entrance now. You can just see how dark it is. It really has been in there for a long, long time. There's a bit of residual wax that broke off from the main plug, which I'm now just gone back in with a Zollner suction probe and I'll wriggle this through. Again, we're just near the entrance. You can see all the hair strands. It's quite a haul here, quite a lot of earwax that we've extracted, and you'll see in a moment some still images. So that's the patient's tympanic membrane, nice and healthy. Again, you can see the difference in complexion of skin. You can see the darker layer of skin more lateral, and then the lighter shade of skin a bit more medial. That's all the wax. You can see it's a fair few plugs there of dark impacted wax that I extracted. I actually lined it all up and decided to measure it. It's just over 5 centimetres, and bear in mind that the average ear canal is around 2.5 centimetres from the entrance of the ear canal to the eardrum, so that's the quantity of both ears. So that was really compacted. I also weighed it, just came in under a gram, so 712 milligrams. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and you're all having a great evening, and have a great weekend. If you're in the UK, we've got our a longer weekend because of the bank holiday, and I shall speak to you all soon. Bye.